traffic until I figured out how to. I mean, not figured out. I knew all along how to change a tire, but
Yeah, I know all that cool
like,
stuff, man.
yeah,
Manly
it's
stuff,
rusty.
too.
I don't practice it all the time.
It wasn't convincing, Matt, at all.
I don't know how to change a tire. If my life depended on me, you could put a gun to my head. I wouldn't know how to change a tire.
Dude, everybody was going 70 past me. Like, you learn quick.
Like,
You
shit.
learn quick, and you don't give up. So these assholes, they even threaten, like, hey, you can only be out here for like 30 more minutes, and then we're just gonna bring the fucking wrecker. Where are you gonna take it after that, you son of a bitch?
You can't be on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I got ID'd and everything. It sucked.
So did they do a report?
You got out of
We
there?
did a crash report, but there was no damage to the vehicle, just the tire.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
that sucks.
you had a donut or something?
Yeah, donut. Yeah.
Donuts.
To get that taken care of.
Well, it wasn't just us either. There was 2 other cars that got hit too. Same problem with them.
Yeah.
It's like that one piece of metal that flew off of it, bounced under someone's car, and then took off my side mirror and like left a giant gouge like this long, about an inch deep.
Shit.
Oh yeah, I think he showed us that picture, but it was out. There was no context.
Oh yeah, that little thing cost me almost $2,000 to fix.
Oh my god.
Yeah, out of pocket because
it's outrageous. Oh yeah.
I took a picture of the tire.
Frank Welker Wonder Hour.
Speaking of out of pocket, I have to come up with $800 for a root canal.
How? Damn. And then go through a root canal.
Well, fuck. I know.
Double whammy.
You need a root canal? What happened?
I broke a tooth.
Oh, dude.
Molar. Let's see.
I had yang line that time. The house. Like, just take that out.
Yeah, dude. Just rip it out.
Have them take it out. It's cheaper.
Well, but it's like I already have it.
Yeah, that's a tire.
Yeah, dude.
I have a picture of the ladder too. Well, so why don't you take it out though?
I think it would just because I'd have to get it replaced. Like it'd be way too hard to eat. I'm already down a molar on this side on the bottom, and if I was down one here, it would just be so fucked.
Yeah, it would be confusing. I have trouble. I'm not gonna lie. I have trouble.
With teeth or with like stuff in general?
Stuff in general. Usually it's stuff in general, but no. Right now it's about teeth.
I got troubles. Let me tell you about my troubles.
Running into ladders with his car.
Have you had a root canal before, Ozzy?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's fun, dude. You ever had someone floss inside your skull?
Everything done that can be done to a mouth, like I've had done, I feel.
Yeah, that's right. They wanted to split your jaw, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Point?
I've never had an implant, actually, but it's getting pretty close to that time.
Yeah, my mom's going through it right now.
If they
$5,000.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, implants they could charge whatever they want for implants.
Yeah, my insurance is weird, though, because, like, it covers things like it'll cover the crown, but it won't cover the root canal itself.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like, what?
A couple years back, I had to pay.
Why else are you getting or needing a crown unless you got a root canal? I don't know. Let's be honest.
I had to get root canal and crown right here in the middle.
Right.
And then a couple other things done. It was $3,000 after everything. Yeah, dude.
Shit.
Take care of your teeth, people.
Yeah. Floss. Yeah, floss.
Drink tap water because it's all
loaded. How did you know? That's what I've got. That's what I load this bad boy up with.
Look at you, you Stanley Cup trendy motherfucker.
This one's got Godzilla engraved on it.
I remember your Godzilla stand.
Did you beat a white girl to death for that?
Yeah.
Give me that bitch. No, they only want the pink one.
It's a lesser Stanley.
I have to wait in line for that.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, I don't know. Hanging out.
Sweet. Okay.
Man, my table's all wobbly. I need a shim.
I see it.
I need a matchbook.
Earthquakes in Illinois.
I know it's tornado season right now.
Oh yeah, man, I saw that. That was horrible. It's horrible stuff in Oklahoma.
Did it hit there already?
I was watching it on everything like TikTok and on the news, and I saw like, are these promos for the new Twisters movie? Because it looked bad. There's no way that's real.
I know. Yeah, that movie.
I know.
That movie looks really bad.
You've never seen it skip this house and then skip that house and then come after you.
Where it's all growling like.
End scene. That was Helen Hunt in Twisters.
Helen Hunt's in Twisters?
No, she's just in the first one.
I
always liked Helen Hunt, dude.
They don't have Helen Hunt money right now. That's Star Wars shit.
You mean voiceover actress Helen Hunt from? Wait, what did we come across her in? She did a voice on.
Was she in Star Wars?
Like, I hope that's not on the quiz for the.
Oh shit! Fuck, how am I going to study for this?
We're showing our recap right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the voice of something? Oh, was she in the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon?
It was like 2 episodes ago or something. It wasn't Dungeons and Dragons. It was like 2 episodes.
Oh, it was a while. It was a while ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
I know that.
Okay, let me find out what it was.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to Helen Hunt. Oh, My Little Pony. Boom, done.
Oh yeah, okay.
I don't know.
She wasn't in My Little Pony.
Oh, that wasn't it. Wait a minute. You're bamboozling me.
You fucking liar.
No, she was in like Donkey Kong Jr. or something like that.
No,
I
think.
What was it? She was in that like. She was in that cartoon about the Fonzie or something.
No, you guys are all wrong, dude. Galtar and the Golden Lance.
It was Galtar?
Yep.
I like that Galtar. I remember.
Screwed me again, Galtar.
I know.
First, I had to watch you.
Again, Galtar. Is that the alarm going off already, Henry? Are we done?
Oh, no. Not at all. Here we go.
Those are wind chimes.
Those are wind chimes. That's Zen, sir. I don't know if you recognize what Zen sounds like. That was it right there.
Oh, man. All right, guys.
Our timer's going anyway. Let me go ahead and stop it.
We're not doing the timer right now.
I just did.
I'm resetting it.
I gotta get going. Zen is the sound of a ladder hitting a car at 70 miles an hour.
It was literally 70. I think Pancake.
Hi. It's kitty time, guys.
All right. Hey, according to Animal Pound, that's what's going to bring in the bucks.
Oh yeah, they love those kittens.
They love the kittens and the.
And that was so messed up.
Yeah. He just walks right over there. I've been thinking about that all weekend. He just walks right over to those damn things. The bunnies.
I'm really intrigued on what his plan is, what he's working on.
What are you guys talking about?
You got to read it. You got to read this.
That's happening right now that you're not reading.
Yeah. Got to go to a shop. You got to get Animal Pound.
And it's like wonderful.
If animals died, I'm not going to read it.
Yeah.
You would like it.
Yeah.
You would love it, actually.
It's right up your alley.
It's full of cat bosses.
Sweet.
A lot of cat bosses.
I'm in.
A lot of cat bosses.
Who were, for a time, successful.
Yeah, they waver. Their success comes in and out.
Hey, this isn't.
Beefy was held the last. Wait, no. There were a couple like loser presidents between Beefy and.
Yeah, but it was a dog immediately after to reverse Fifi's policies on things like.
Right. Yeah. I was surprised at how much time went by as well.
Yeah, they just.
What is this? Keeping up with comics? Let's do this.
Oh, man. Okay, fine.
The Frank Welker Wonder Hour.
I've been talking to the doc.
Come on.
My name's Frank, sound effects man.
Mama?
We can never hold him.
Come on.
Space cruiser fuel. I'm ready for departure.
I am programmed to play games. Come on.
Renegade. My name's Frank. 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 My name's Frank.
Operation Cornwall.
Oh man. You guys are pulling off like the spy motif right now, like
Yeah.
way better than anything that happened in this fucking movie.
Way better.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All you
I
have to
don't
do
know
is
what
just like, okay, that's because you didn't watch the movie.
I got through a lot of, and I was like, oh, there's no Doctor Who in this.
I want to know exactly how much of this you watched, Henry. I want to see the
Yeah,
timeline on your YouTube.
Why would any bit of your brain be expecting Doctor Who?
It's very Doctor Who.
Is it because it's British?
It's very British.
Okay,
That's all it was.
that's it.
You watch
Like, not only
BBC
are
News,
they-
you're like, why isn't Doctor Who on this?
No shit, but I know exactly what it was too. It's not so much like just explanatory, but it's like they're telling you how to feel about what they're explaining to you as well, and that makes it real wordy.
Yeah. There's a lot of exposition,
off.
especially in the beginning. Oh, that beginning
That's
scene
tough.
is like rapid
you
fire exposition.
hold on,
If you're
hold on.
not paying attention, like perfect
Yeah.
attention. Anyway.
I'm starting the timer.
No, wait, hang on.
Okay,
hang on.
wait, okay, go.
Don't start the timer. God.
That's good stuff, man.
We're always excited when a live action movie comes across, but
I was so excited.
I don't know, maybe you were excited.
I was so excited after so much cartoon bullshit.
You were excited. I know.
I was
And
revved
how do you
up,
feel
buddy.
now?
Real bad. Feel real
That's
bad
like-
about things in
Both
general.
right.
Just in general. Oh man. Yeah. So, but we do get excited because we go through a lot of cartoons. Let me tell you. But that's to be expected on this show. And by the way, this is Frank Welker Wonder Hour. Welcome back. All that fun stuff. I'm Ozzy, and of course Matt and Henry.
You don't need to know that.
Here.
There's a cat in the background.
Whoa.
It is Frank Welker Wonder Hour. The show nobody ever asked for, but we're doing anyway. The show where I say, yeah, we do a show based on Frank Welker, and people go, who?
And
That's
then you
perfect.
go,
You
well,
want.
do you know that one cartoon? And they go, which cartoon?
Yes. Okay, never mind. Oh man. Yeah, and this is our. What are we doing? We're
97.
so close to 100, you guys. It's crazy.
I know.
Yeah, we're gonna start
So
our
close.
97 of our ongoing conversation based on Frank Welker's career on IMDb. We talk about every single title chronologically from earliest to now. We're slowly getting through them, and if we just like got through all of them in one episode, it would be like, I don't know, a 5,000 hour long episode, and we can't have that. So we set a timer to stop it, to shut us up after 1 hour. We set a 1 hour timer.
Henry looks like he's in a Salt and Pepper video from 1993.
And by the way, we're live. If you're listening to this, great. That's awesome. However, the real show is live here on Twitch. This is where you can see Henry dancing and shimmying, and you don't want to miss that kind of stuff. So come along here.
Check my booty.
Primo stuff.
Yeah. So I mentioned the timer, and we've got Time Master Henry here to get that started. And we'll start in on this movie because I'm ready to talk about it.
All right. And I'm gonna start it now.
Okay. All right. Hour on the clock. Matt, the officiant, if you would just sort of lead us into what we're doing here.
Well, last week we covered 1987, 1988, The Little Wizards, various characters Welker voice. This week, The Trouble with Spies, 1987, Welker voices Perky the parrot. And I
Yep.
didn't know that until the movie was over, and then you reminded me which character he actually did on your post on Instagram.
When you were watching it, were you like listening for something, or were you?
No, I kept looking for Welker to like show up as a spy or something. I didn't even look at the IMDb or anything. I just said, like, where is he? I kept looking. Maybe he's in
really?
disguise. It's a spy
No,
movie.
I fucking looked.
yeah.
I looked. I knew what I was looking for when I started it.
Yeah.
I actually watched this movie a while ago.
You saw it before?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well,
do you guys want to watch
Wait.
the trailer real fast?
Is
you
that
guys aren't on it exactly, but like I'm sometimes looking for stuff to put on Instagram, and I'm looking for clips, you know.
Mentat?
Yeah.
So I've gone through some of these things, just like looking for content to throw up. And
Yeah.
I came across this movie like it was a while ago, like half a year ago or something. I'm like, oh, let me take a look at that because I noticed it was free on YouTube. Watch, and I knew that he played a character called Turkey, but it didn't say anything else about the character. But as soon as I saw a parrot, I was like, oh, that's him.
Yeah.
Oh, you did right away.
I was looking for a dog too sometimes.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what's funny is there were multiple dogs in this movie, neither of which he did sound effects for. I would have thought as soon as I saw the dog, I'm like, oh, if they had Frank Welker in the booth, they had to have got him like doing dog sounds also. But
that's across the board. Like if there's an entry that has no details about what he did for the production, I look for the dog or the parrot or the monkey or the cat sometimes.
So, do you want to read the synopsis on IMDb or something, Matt, before we get going on the trailer? What's up?
Yeah, I'll read the synopsis. So, let me pull this up here.
Did you even name the movie? Did we even name what?
Yeah, The Trouble with Spies, 1987.
That's right.
George Trent, James Willis, a British spy, has gone incommunicado in Ibiza. Appleton Porter, Donald Sutherland, is sent to find out what happened to Trent. Porter settles into a small hotel with several busybody guests. He probes them for information about Trent, their former... Oh,
wait, Henry, did you just chuckle at the word probe?
He probed them.
He probes them for information about Trent, their former neighbor. Meanwhile, the spy survives several attempts on his life as he attempts to solve the mystery. Sorry, I got cut off. Right, the last two words were cut off.
Solve? I love how the end was a mystery in itself.
Like to keep you guys on the edge of your seat.
Solve the mystery.
Very bad.
You want to see the trailer?
So the last time a live action movie came up was a TV movie called Infidelity that we didn't get to watch.
I loved that movie. It was so fun to watch that.
Sorry. We did house the second story after that.
Yeah.
You know, there's that woman with the podcast. We should reach out to her.
Oh yeah, her. Wait, what are you talking about?
About infidelity. She has a podcast because she's actually seen infidelity.
Oh, I see. That woman with podcast.
With podcast. That's the name of her channel too, isn't it?
With podcast.
Woman with podcast.
I didn't care enough about the show to spend the $20 to buy it.
I know that.
Order it.
I'll know. We all know. All right.
I just know as soon as I watched it, I was going to throw it in the trash. So
we can watch the trailer. Let's do it. I don't think you watched it actually.
To be a spy in Her Majesty's
spy
requires intense training.
Like disgusting that he has to explain it.
Impeccable timing and supreme confidence.
We're going backward. Yes, sir, I know.
Assignment few.
Sir.
But the agent chosen for this mission must be more.
They said you were a British agent.
You do?
I need an agent.
You do?
For my act.
He must be lovable. He must be durable.
I have been in Ibiza less than an hour and have no reason to believe that my cover is broken or that my life is in any danger whatsoever.
Most of all, be entrusted with the fate of the Empire. He had to be expendable.
This is my first mission. I'm not doing very well.
That's Matt talking to his cat.
I'm the guy who tried to kill 5 times.
Donald Sutherland, Ruth Gordon, Ned Beatty, and Robert Morley are all having trouble with spies.
Be careful with that thing.
It's all right, sir. It's not loaded.
Trouble with spies.
Gosh.
I was actually so hopeful from the beginning of this movie Like,
You know what? Yeah.
I thought it was
Well,
pretty
what
good.
you mean just like looking into the synopsis and knowing that Donald Sutherland is starring? What else did you know going in?
Well, I love Donald Sutherland. That's all I knew about it. And then I watched the first like 5 minutes. I was like, okay, it's sort of like a goofy spy comedy.
Dude,
Oh, that was
so
wrong.
actually, Donald Sutherland. Okay. I was thinking about it, and like, if you tell me like what's a big Donald Sutherland movie, like I don't know if I could really name you many. The Body Snatchers. Well, dude, what else?
Puppet Masters too.
Oh,
Don't look now.
Never seen that.
Anybody? Don't look now.
Which one's that? The dogs?
The Hunger Games trilogy.
Yeah.
Hello.
No, that doesn't
I haven't seen
count.
those.
President Snow.
Doesn't count. Doesn't count because I haven't seen it.
So yeah, of course I could think of like, oh, he's great as that in that little role in Backdraft. You know, what did you want to do with that little girl?
Burn her.
Burn them all.
Burn them all.
Fucking great. So like, he's great. You know, of course I know him from like little roles like that, and he's awesome. But if you're like a Donald Sutherland movie, I kind of blank, man. What about you guys? Like,
I don't know. I mean, I always think of him in Body Snatchers. So,
yeah, that's the one.
I think
that's the
of
one. Yeah,
fucking Kiefer more often.
that and I think of him in MASH.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was in MASH.
What, the movie?
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah.
Never seen that actually.
Oh, it's good.
Probably did.
Yeah,
You should check it out sometime.
Is the movie what spawned the TV show, or was
Yeah.
it vice versa? Yeah, okay.
You've seen it, Henry? The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it's good.
Bits and pieces here and there because it's good. Like people will clip
Sort
it.
of like this movie, bits and pieces.
Oh no. No, so,
As you-
and let me tell you, it is a bad thing.
Yeah, man.
Tell me how I feel about what you just told me.
I think a lot of people know him from the Dirty Dozen
Why was
back
there
in
a
the day.
Mentat?
Really?
Yeah. Why do you
That was
keep on bringing up Mentats?
Because that was Thufir. Wasn't that the actor that played Thufir?
You're so fucking wrong, dude. You couldn't be more wrong if you tried.
It's the eyebrows.
Speaking of eyebrows, there's definitely a battle of the eyebrows going on in this movie because like the British head of the spy organization has some rocking eyebrows. Did you see those things?
Oh yeah, dude.
And on the flip side, the head of the Russian spy organization, even better eyebrows. They're like actually like, I think he takes curlers to them and like curls them up. So like they're this big flopping curl thing. We'll try to scrub the movie and find these little things. Because again, by the way, free on YouTube.
Free on YouTube
Oh,
from several sources.
It felt cut off. Maybe it was like on the one that I played. I thought it was cut off in the beginning, and then I tried another one, and it was.
Did yours start with the guys walking down the hall?
The hallway, yeah.
And that's it. Yeah.
What's going on in the credits of this movie? Because I have another question about the title. You know, on Wikipedia, I read that it was originally called "The Trouble with Spies," where spies was spelled with a Y. It was incorrectly spelled, and in Wikipedia it says, "Oh, they spelled it like that on purpose because it's better for a marquee," which I don't fully understand exactly. It's the difference of one fucking letter.
Well, yeah.
In a real title. So what are we talking about exactly?
That's
so-
I've never heard of. What's that, Henry?
That had to have been a thing because those marquees were, gold. You're going to list 2 or 3 movies on there too, especially in the 80s.
Maybe it breaks up the word a little better and you could see it a little clearer.
It's easier to advertise.
But it's misspelled. It's a misspelled word.
I always read words wrong too. I'd probably say, "What's the trouble with Spies?"
Spies.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, and it talks about that. But I found nowhere where it said. I guess like that was actually changed. Wait, what does this here? Oh, it says it was announced that the title had been changed to "The Trouble with Spies" with a Y, using a deliberate misspelling, supposedly because it would look better on theater marquees. Nevertheless, the trailer corrected the spelling to Spies, the proper spelling, as did contemporary posters and most current references, including IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes. You'll see here on IMDb, it's called Spies, spelled properly. So I don't know when it was ever printed with The Trouble with Spies. Do we even get do we get a title
Yeah, at the
in
very
this
end of the
movie?
trailer. Yeah. No, I didn't know. I don't know
in the
about in the
movie?
movie.
I looked for old like prints, of promotions for like maybe the first theatrical run, and I couldn't find anything. So
For it being 1987, that's
I
strange.
don't know where they got this like misspelling thing. But anyway, this movie is based on a series of novels about this character Appleton. What's his name?
Appleton Porter.
Appleton Porter is in a series of spoof spy novels written by Mark Lovell. And this one in particular was based on a novel called Apple Spy in the Sky. One of several featuring this character.
Henry fell asleep.
I also looked for that particularly audiobook. I couldn't find it. I didn't think anyone took the time to record this novel. But I guess I don't know if they're better than this movie. Not sure.
Just going off by the first like intro and the title scene and all that, when it's showing the credits, I was like excited because it's like Donald Sutherland. Then it says Ruth Gordon, who is in one of probably my favorite horror movie of all time, Rosemary's Baby.
I knew you were going to pick that up.
But she's just like wasted here, and then it's got Ned Beatty in it, and he's all right in it, but
also wasted,
totally wasted.
He does not need to be in this movie.
Yeah, it could have been any like nondescript chubby guy.
I
could have played it.
Have the character. I guess they threw him in there as just like another red herring, but
yeah,
they don't even
for his name.
Set him up as like
his name
or anything. Yeah, I guess his name. Because he also was dropping something. He's from where is he from? Ohio.
Oh, Trenton, Ohio.
I'm from Trenton.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be something. Dude, the plot in this movie is so messy.
It's one of the most convoluted plots I've ever tried to follow.
Why does it have to be?
I don't know.
I was so mad at this movie, actually. Because, Henry's blipping in and out of existence.
he's going through. He looks like Homer backing into the bushes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it made me so upset because they set it up as a goofy thing. This guy is so dumb, and we're gonna throw him in there. And the whole time, it never really shows that he's dumb. He sort of says a couple dumb things here and there, but it's like it doesn't play into the character at all. Like it's a total like switcher on him what his character should be. I don't know if it was like supposed to be like that, but god damn, dude, it was like the character sucked.
The character was so messy. Like they didn't know if they wanted to lean on it being like a real spy movie or a spoof movie. It's like they didn't know.
Yeah, it should have leaned more into comedy or more into serious. Pick a side.
Well, here's a problem: is you pick Donald Sutherland to star in this thing. Do you think of comedy with him like at all?
He did that.
Animal House. You didn't let me say without saying Animal House.
Animal House.
Okay. He lifts.
I'm not joking around. This is my job, people.
He lifts up to get the high coffee cup, and his buns come out. So good.
Did you say another movie, Henry, that was comedic that he was in?
Oh, wasn't he in an early war movie of some sort? World War II movie.
Robbo.
Like Hogan's Heroes or
Is it funny? Oh, okay.
He was in the Dirty Dozen.
Oh, the Clint Eastwood one. Okay. Yeah,
Dirty Dozen. Yeah.
Can I tell you my favorite Donald Sutherland? One of my favorite Donald Sutherland roles.
Sure.
He plays Commander Fetisov in Citizen X, which was an HBO movie about Andre Chikatilo, the investigation.
I didn't know they made a movie about that guy. Dude,
it's great. If anybody has a chance, it's free on YouTube. Watch Citizen X. It's fantastic.
Chikatilo is a maniac.
Yeah, dude. And it's a great little, and it's an interesting made-for-TV movie that HBO did.
Ask me about my favorite Donald Sutherland part.
What's your favorite Donald Sutherland part?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Merrick.
God damn.
The Watcher.
You beat me to it.
I like that. I love him in Virus as Captain Robert.
Oh, Virus.
Yeah, Virus is good.
Jamie Lee. Yeah.
I loved him in Moonfall as
Moonfall. Dude, that movie's so nuts. Oh man,
he has a lot of great little parts.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It seems like he did this as a lead. Then they're like, "Oh, we shouldn't give Sutherland lead roles."
Why did he do this movie? Actually, well, it must have been a favor or something. It's not like he was like slumming it at this time or anything.
Yeah,
like around this time, what was he doing? The Winter of Our Discontent TV movie. Oh, maybe he was slumming it. Oh, by the way, I know this movie came out in '87. However, it was shot in '84 and shelved.
Okay, to me, it
that
felt like a
explains a
movie.
lot.
It felt like a movie from 1976.
I was gonna say it's like a 70. It's like a Canadian '80s movie.
Yeah, Canadian 80s. That's totally Canadian 80s.
Only Canadian '80s.
Well, this director
Canadies.
definitely has a '60s and '70s sensibility about filmmaking.
Yeah,
that I don't think he ever really, evolved from coming into the '80s and '90s when he was all, getting older as well.
Did you guys ever watch The Prisoner?
The TV show?
The BBC production?
No, I never saw the BBC production.
This is exactly like
that movie with Wolverine in it.
What? No, that one's good too, right? But no, that's Prisoners. This one's The Prisoner. By the BBC, and I don't know. You just brought up the way it was shot, and it's very BBC.
Yeah, it's BBC. It looked like he was going through sort of a dry spell in this period.
Yeah, and
he didn't really do anything really good until Backdraft in '91.
Yeah, well, where was he? Where did he peak before? Oh, Invasion of the Body Snatchers was '78.
Yeah. He was in Ordinary People, which was a big movie.
Robbery. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Uh-huh.
So he had a string of hits, and then it just like dived down bad.
Yeah.
Then thank God for the Hunger Games.
A War Story. He narrated it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Puppet Masters was the other one. It's the Invasion of the Body Snatchers, like updated remake. Remember that from '94?
Oh yeah, the Puppet Masters. That wasn't too
Puppet
bad.
Masters. Yeah, it's Body Snatchers, but
you know what's so strange is the day before I watched this, I watched Top Secret, and it just so happens that the main love interest in that is Lucy Gutteridge, that plays the main love interest in this.
Type cat.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Donald Sutherland. Well, first of all, he works for British intelligence. It sounds like he's from like fucking North Dakota or something.
Okay. That's the other thing. Donald Sutherland doesn't do accents. Even
Donald Sutherland
like
is an accent.
In Citizen X, he'll do like, oh yes, and then just fades away into Donald Sutherland.
I don't know why he's working for the British military. I'm not sure exactly, but I do know that the role was initially offered to Michael Caine for $1 million.
Michael Caine.
Wouldn't that have made a little more sense?
I could see Michael Caine doing that.
Yeah,
but he turned it down for what reason? I'm not sure exactly. I don't know what he was doing in the early
30
80s.
Rotten Scoundrels.
I'm not gonna do it. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. I'll do it. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is a fucking great movie.
That's such a good movie, man. I haven't seen that for like 30 years.
I wish we watched that instead of this piece of shit.
Well, yeah, he's doing that because
go watch that.
It was released in '88, so this would have been around the time frame that he turned that down.
And
good
Jaws.
choice.
Yeah.
Good
when was
choice,
Jaws
Michael Caine.
When was Jaws the Revenge?
Jaws
80.
Jaws the Revenge.
87 or something.
87.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
So he might have turned this down for Jaws. I don't know. No, probably not. We keep forgetting this was shot in '84. and it sat around. Well, and by the
Yeah,
way,
84.
I think Henry earlier mentioned HBO. What
BBC.
says
He mentioned BBC. I said HBO.
an HBO movie?
Yeah, Citizen X.
This is also an HBO movie.
It is?
Yeah,
Oh.
she is apparently. This film was financed entirely by HBO, and it was the first production of the pay cable channel's new theatrical motion picture division, HBO Films or something like that. But I couldn't find like a cross check for that exactly. You could go like to the wiki article on HBO, but they don't mention anywhere that this movie was the first in their HBO films. They talk about some other thing that was like a documentary. So I'm not exactly sure how this falls into the history of HBO. But it was very early on in them, in HBO, like having movies produced.
God damn, there was 14 of those books on this character.
Wow, are you kidding me?
No, it's all listed.
Shit, man.
Started in 1980 and went to 1990.
Went to 1990, huh? All the same author?
Yeah, Mark Lovell.
Oh, that's pretty fun. Yeah, I'd be interested in checking out one just to see. I mean, he kept writing them. They must have
I'd
been.
like to see what the tone was like.
Yeah. What are there any spy movies that you guys like in general? Like outside of James Bond, what can you think of?
You want to go first?
Spies Like Us.
Yeah, Spies Like Us.
That one's good.
Yeah.
I like the Tom Clancy stuff. Like pretty much all of it.
I know there's some.
Sure.
Yeah, the Hunt for Red October.
Those are spy movies, you think? I don't. Maybe
They're not. Yeah, they're CIA movies.
Oh yeah. If it's a CIA movie, it's automatically a spy movie.
True Lies.
Yes, good one. Mm-hmm.
Total Recall.
Oh, wow.
Total Recall. I don't know.
That's a spy movie.
That's a spy movie. Totally a spy movie. Terraform Mars.
That's all I got.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many of them, honestly.
Burn After Reading.
I don't know much about James Bond either, but I was sort of looking into that. Did you know that fucking guy, Ian Fleming, wrote like 15 fucking books in the span of like 9 years and then he died? Isn't that crazy?
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, he wrote like 12 to 15 novels in like a 10-year period.
Wow.
And he died.
He was a spy, you know.
Yeah. Well,
so is Tom King.
Still is who?
Definitely Tom King. We were talking about that
I thought you
earlier.
said Don King.
Yeah.
Don King.
Don King was a spy.
Chinese. Why is his wife Asian?
So
this is sort of like, spy movies have really come out of popularity at this time in the mid 80s. They were big in the 60s and 70s. I think 60s being the largest output of spy movies. I looked at a list on IMDb and it was like maybe a dozen. Oh, and this is particularly like spy comedies.
Yeah.
Did Michael Caine do a lot of those? I know he was doing spy movies.
Yeah, wasn't he? I'm not sure actually.
Like, wasn't there like a role? Like maybe it was like Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, where he's like, "Oh, I like comedy. I'm gonna do a little bit more of that."
Yeah, he's always been pretty good in comedies.
He did this one other one. It was like later in his career. I don't remember what it was, but it's kind of like those like Walking Tall type movies where like.
Oh, it was called Harry Brown.
Yeah, Harry Brown. Yeah,
Harry Brown. Yeah,
Harry Brown was awesome. Oh, that's right. He was in Children of Men.
Oh yeah, dude, he's amazing in Children of Men.
He gets capped.
Everybody's amazing in fucking Children of Men.
Call it Strawberry Cough.
Yeah, I'm trying to find this one movie that I don't know why we're talking about Michael Caine, because I guess other than he's awesome.
Yeah, I guess so. Donald Sutherland though ended up in this role.
Fucking Sutherland.
Yeah. How long did it take for you guys to get confused?
It's weird.
Almost immediately when you told me how to feel the first time.
As soon as you hear the guys talking in their office, I'm like, wait, what's going on? Hang on, stop for a minute. What are you guys talking about? And I had to rewind that scene like a couple times, rewind as if I'm sitting here with a fucking VHS player. What am I talking about?
The thing was, I remember all that stuff
a couple times. Well,
but I still got lost.
What are they talking about in that scene? Can we put it on, actually?
Yeah,
Maybe?
hold on, bring it up.
That was when I saw that opening scene was when I kind of started to get interested in the movie. That's when I kind of started to think like, oh, this could be exciting. Like they're going into this weird like island full of like some kind of weird psycho drug, and he's going to encounter like all these weird twacked out drug people.
Yeah.
None of that.
Never gets to that.
Not any of it. Why are they talking about that? It's so fucking frustrating.
Like, okay.
So they're talking about, it's so hard to understand, but like they had someone on this island that was a spy. Okay, let's just try to figure it out right now.
Close the curtains, will you?
Listen carefully, because it's going to go by real fast.
The island of Ibiza, a Spanish province in the Mediterranean about 50 miles southwest of Majorca. Ibiza is not only a mecca for tourists, it's also the center for hallucinatory drugs.
Oh.
For some time now, narcotics have been finding their way into British Army bases, both here and abroad. These drugs are of high quality and remarkably cheap, which seems to rule out an underworld operation. Any other alternative suggested?
Okay, so what they're saying is that are the drugs a problem? Wait, do they have a British military base on the island of Ibiza or whatever?
Ibiza.
And the drugs are
Ibiza.
On the base on the island?
On the base on the island.
Or are they saying
the
like
hole in the sand?
Or are they saying like these drugs are showing up everywhere and we've traced them to this island? I don't quite understand.
I don't know.
Okay, thank you. Go on.
Of course, the Russians trying to undermine morale and efficiency. That, however, is not our problem. Our problem is that we have
why'd you tell me that?
From an agent in Ibiza, that the Russians, using unsuspecting hippies as guinea pigs, have perfected a new truth drug to use on enemy agents. A drug which, when used, leaves the victim totally unaware
throughout the hard-coded spies
or any information he may have divulged while under its influence. We are desperate to get our hands on this drug.
Because I'm expecting
we are prepared to sacrifice a member of the services. A man will be sent to Ibiza on the pretext of locating a missing agent, which is in fact true, and the Russians will be informed.
Fourth Doctor?
When they're informed, the Russians will do one of two things. Either dispose of him immediately, or they'll take him prisoner, in which case we shall move in and get the drug.
If you're looking for a volunteer, sir.
Thank you, Wellington. The man I send to Ibiza must have a romantic view of the world of espionage. Moreover,
they explain the entire plot of the movie right there. But it still doesn't matter. Because as soon as you get into the thick of it, you're lost already. There's too many fucking characters or something. I don't know what it is.
They're speaking on like these drug manufacturers that are creating like a party drug, right?
Yeah, it's a truth drug.
Is it originally a truth drug? Like the drug that all these people are tripping on is actually
they say that they tested it on hippie guinea pigs and they perfected a truth drug.
But it was Russian backed.
I see. Okay.
It's like sodium pentothal or something like that. Pentothal, but it's like better than that.
So they need to send in.
Yeah, it makes you fucking high.
They need to send in a phony so he can get either killed or captured. They don't care. So then they could move in. Why do they need to do that? Why can't they just move in? What do they need to send this guy in for?
Because, Ozzy,
This movie makes no sense.
I like how they say on the pretext of finding a missing agent, which is true. Like, well,
which is true to this movie.
There's too many. There's too many cooks in the kitchen in this movie. There's too many characters or something. They need to pare this down and focus on one thing. It's way too convoluted.
It doesn't have to be this complex.
Yeah,
but also it doesn't seem that convoluted. They're just making it convoluted.
Yeah, it's bad. It's a bad screenplay and bad directing.
Yes.
Okay, so then hold on 1 second. This was produced by HBO. It was one of their first HBO production company.
Yeah, they funded the movie.
So they're broadcasting this on HBO at the time.
Well, for a while, HBO was funding movies for exclusivity and television broadcast. They were doing that for like 10 years or something up to this point. And in the early 80s, they started funding movies that were ideally going to be theatrically released.
So this is right before that window starts.
Yeah, and this movie did get a very limited short theatrical release before it went right back to HBO and
1 week.
Imagine, like, because HBO is like a huge upcharge on your cable back then. So imagine like doling out HBO money every month to just watch this like 4 or 5 times a day.
Dude, in the 80s, you know who they were like buying out is like Roger Corman Pictures. They were buying out like Full Moon shit.
Yeah.
They were getting in with like Dino De Laurentiis, who is involved in this as well. He's at least involved in distributing this.
And then he distributes everything until early 90s.
Yeah, De Laurentiis Group. It's also messy because all those companies were being like bought and sold left and right all through the 80s.
That's Hollywood, baby.
Antitrust stuff in the United States.
It's like De Laurentiis Group like sold out, and then they were bought by like Carol Co. Or they became Carol Co. And then they were bought out by like L'Oreal, the makeup company. It's a big
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I don't want to look back into it again, but
yeah, that's how like rights to some weird franchise and is being owned by like Pringles or something.
Yeah, or Coca-Cola or something like
that.
It's
you guys want to watch the rest of this movie?
TriStar. I think they formed HBO got together with someone else and formed TriStar in the 80s. I don't fucking know.
Either way, nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit about this movie because it's free in like 4 or 5 spots on YouTube. The fate of this one production that probably took like a year to make.
It's currently holding a 12% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
Good for it. Wow. So they decide they're going to pick the biggest idiot they can find, and that's how they fall on Appleton Marshall, whatever his name is. Do you want to keep playing it and just to cut to him or something?
And who, when placed under the influence of the drug, will have absolutely no information.
It cuts to him pretty fast after this.
A complete dummy.
Appleton Porter.
Appleton Porter.
Oh, Appleton Porter.
You got burn your
This is pretty funny.
What the bloody hell do you think you're doing, Porter?
They're all shot to death. These people.
Oh yeah, they would have been dead.
They're all fucking dead. Even if they lived like it shows in this scene. This guy is court-martialed, kicked out of the fucking army. He is gone.
He's
but
gone.
I guess it's a good time to call him in for this because is this how is he fucking up like this all the time? How did he stay in the military?
Yeah.
Next scene, he brings the gun in, and there's that whole don't worry, it's not loaded, and then across the room.
And the rest of the time, he's 2 steps ahead of all the different people, and not in a dumb way. Like he sees it coming, he makes plans. At nowhere else, maybe a few times he says some dumb things into his recorder when he's documenting things. But really, he's smart through the rest of the movie, so it betrays the original concept.
Very capable. When they're the scene, the poster scene, when they've got the car teetering on the side of the cliff into the gravel quarry.
Yeah.
He's the one who gets him out of that mess. He
lists all the things about the car.
He knows all the things about the car, and he gets him out. Not by accident, not by bumbling into it, by just doing it right.
Yeah.
He's not. Also, even if the script was funny, blah blah blah, Donald Sutherland is not the one to hire for this. I never ever would buy him as like a bumbling idiot.
Yeah.
He's way too,
villain.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like it always seems like he's scheming or like he's, knows something that you don't. Like
He
that's
sort
just,
of has like a dour face too. Like he doesn't seem like
Yeah.
a goofy sort of guy. Like he's very serious looking.
yeah. So real bad casting with Donald Sutherland for this movie.
Yeah.
Really.
You know who should have done this? Michael Caine.
Okay. Absolutely. Oh man. I just love how Michael Caine is like so choosy, but he's also been in like such terrible movies before.
That's a good screen to pause on.
Thumbs it up.
Oh, no.
Yikes.
Mud in my eyes, sir. Mud in his
Mud
eyes.
in
He has an accent
That'll be
there.
all for the
He
day,
kinda
Porter.
did.
Mud in my eyes.
The old man wants to see you, Porter.
And next scene, accent gone. Watch.
Absolutely.
Come in.
He's like, howdy.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Yes. Come in, Porter.
Wanted to see me, sir? I just moved here.
You're looking a trifle thinner than when I saw you last.
It's the camouflage, sir. It makes you blend into the surroundings.
I understand. Sit down.
Straight up Sutherland.
It's just gone.
I asked to see you because I've got an assignment for you in the field.
The field, sir?
Your name until further notice.
He's supposed to be Forrest Gump, but he's not.
Yeah, it's bad. It's
I mean,
bad.
we could watch the rest of this movie if you guys want
No.
to.
No,
No,
I
okay.
don't want it anymore. But we could skim some parts for sure. You know what? Another thing is funny about this in Donald Sutherland is they keep referring to him as being so handsome. Like
Yes.
the women characters do, the government does.
Yeah.
It's
Such a
little-
handsome man.
Such a handsome man, like over and over. And I was like, I did not understand that. I was not following that. I had to ask my wife. I was like, Donald Sutherland, like attractive, like 70s Donald Sutherland or
She's like,
something?
oh,
It's not even
yeah.
70s though. It's like 80s.
You know
Oh,
what?
it is 70s though, sort of.
And she's like,
It's very
no, not at all. I don't understand that. Like, I didn't think so.
I was expecting a lot more bell bottoms.
Yeah. Was he good looking in Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
No, he's always looked about 30 years older than he actually is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, he looks like your dad no matter what.
He looks better old now as like President Snow, with the
Yeah.
white hair and everything.
He's like a silver fox these days.
Yeah, I'd fuck him. I mean, sorry.
Smash next.
Yeah, he's always had a very bizarre look to him. He's got the real big eyes.
Kind of like a fucking sagging like chin, like a
Yeah.
long face. Yeah. Like a horse or something.
Long face, yeah.
Yeah, long face syndrome.
You guys ready to go into the cartoon next?
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Which cartoon are we doing?
Fucking yeah. And so the girl, what's her name?
Lucy Gutteridge plays Mona.
Penny.
Anyway, so they set him up at this British hotel. I guess it's like a bed and breakfast kind of thing.
The Royal Rose.
The Royal Rose. And that's where this fellow was staying that went missing, right? Isn't that
Yeah.
right?
Busy boy.
Is that why he's there?
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep up with what's going on in this movie, you guys, and I was hoping you could help me.
Do you guys want to hear a little bit of Welker?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
No.
This is the scene with Ned Beatty. Yo.
That's the stuff.
Beg your pardon?
Don't
Ken
mind
Grant.
Perky. He calls everyone dope. Thinks he owns the place.
That's the reason we watch this hunk of shit.
That's the reason.
Ken Grant 80s money is like $2 billion now.
For 3.5 seconds of Welker going.
This is another thing that they set up and they take absolutely nowhere. When I first saw the bird, I was like, oh, okay. The bird is going to play into the plot somehow where like maybe the bird saw something and because it could speak, it's going to be the one to spill the beans. Or maybe it knows something about these drugs because it's like dope. What does this bird know about dope? Nope. That's the last time drugs are even mentioned in this movie.
Yeah, it repeats like a section of an argument it heard or something.
I think it's the very last time drugs are even mentioned in this. Like they don't go back to it.
I think he brings it up very shortly, like 20 minutes later, and then it's gone. It's like one sentence and then it's over with.
Really? I missed it. Yeah. So none of that comes back. None of that plays a part at all. This bird has no bearing on how the rest of the movie plays out, how it ends. For some reason, you know, at the end when the building's burning down, he stops to save the bird for I don't know what reason. You know, I'm not sure. For nothing. That's the last you see of the bird. He jumps out the window onto this fireman's like gurney.
Yeah,
this bird
trampoline thing.
And then he says to Ned Beatty, he's like, "Take care of the bird." And then you don't see either Ned Beatty nor the bird in the movie. I think Ned Beatty fucking ate that bird. Am I right?
Landed on it.
Barbecue sauce.
For 99% of the movie, I thought the bird's name was Porky.
You can't really hear him say it. Very well. Yeah. Jesus, the bird is incredibly pointless, just like many characters and stuff that happens in this movie.
Yeah, I didn't understand the whole Ruth Gordon thing. She was supposed to be like a counter spy or something, or she was also some sort of spy or agent, and so was the old man.
So were they agents or were they just like busybodies that were just independently trying to figure out who these people were? It was
I don't know. There was
like
a
going
scene
into the Clue Mansion.
Yeah. There was that really great scene where he's following them, and then he goes to that one beach with the tits.
Yes,
that was great.
That was great. You're right.
Did you see that, Henry?
Yeah, that was the standout moment in this movie.
Now I'll be scanning that whole movie.
Okay.
Thank you.
Him dressed as like the Islander guy rolling around on roller skates was also pretty great.
Yeah, he gets under their car and they're talking about like, well, I hope he doesn't tell him about the rock quarry or whatever, the limestone quarry. I got the feeling that they were supposed to be agents of some sort.
And then they ended up at the limestone quarry, but I didn't know why they were there or what they were trying to do or anything.
Yeah.
Why is this movie so hard to follow?
It's just bad script, dude.
My God.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's pretty great though. What's her name from Top Secret?
Oh, Lucy Gutteridge.
Lucy Gutteridge. What else is she doing in life?
She was in this BBC production of A Christmas Carol that I really like with George C. Scott.
Yeah.
She was in The Secret Garden, 1987.
Very sweet.
She hasn't done anything since 1993.
Is she alive? Yeah.
Yeah, she's alive. Yeah.
93 was her last credit, huh? That's pretty crazy. Oh,
yeah.
God. In the reviews section for the Trouble with Spies on IMDb, the user reviews.
Yeah. They're good.
There's just this one in particular that's like so bizarre, so bizarre. And mostly this guy really has a crush on Lucy Gutteridge.
Oh, I see it.
It goes on and on in these hilarious like run-on sentences. You have to pick out parts and read just parts of this. Hang on,
Dude.
let me find a good place to start.
There was a strange comment in the YouTube version that I had.
Was there?
Yeah, I'll show you in a bit.
Out.
Weird.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. This is by. Who's the writer here on this shit? Who's this fucking idiot? And I don't know if like English is his second language. That could be the case, but
well, that's what I'm going to bring up. Is that maybe the audience wasn't in America?
Yeah, could be it too.
That could be it. Yeah, that could be it. But this guy really loves this actress.
Is it
the second paragraph?
Coach?
Yes, the second paragraph is nuts.
Oh, it's this one. Which one?
Here we go. Lucy. Long, beautiful, drawn-out shots of Lucy walking about with Dawn. Also, a bunch of incredibly hot topless women on the beach in bikini bottoms playing volleyball. Like 20 of them, I count. Maybe more.
I count.
In a PG movie, no less, which is fine with me. It just entails how little we men, as a community and as a species, knew about boobies back in the 80s. Thanks, Bill. I love it. Oh, how we've evolved since this fun-loving movie today would definitely earn a PG-13 rating in 2019, but it's not like it's a big deal or anything. It isn't too risky. It's just too sexually stimulating. Like, give me a little heads up. Thank you so very much. I love it, but that's not how it used to be before the computers and the social media and the Hollywood and the mainstream music wave hit, like Kid Rock and Britney Spears, and now Cardi B and Nicki Minaj too. The secret romantic rendezvous, Lucy kissing in the car, OMG. Plus, the double cross is a must while infusing wit, humor, charm. Porter roller skating in a long black wig, poncho, roller skates, and a hat. It goes on.
Use a period, you fucking psycho.
It's incredible.
There's an enter button for a reason. You space out the paragraph, you fucking psychopath.
As ghastly as The Trouble with Spies is, and a lot of its more campier, cheesiest moments, writers, don't you want the watcher to not get so fatigued? This is a very subtle, yet not so subtle, comedy adventure, very romantic, fun little bore fest that I absolutely love. I love The Trouble with Spies. I love Lucy. I love the animals. I love Donald Sutherland and his luxurious hair. It looks wild and free back in the day, not the wig, his actual true red hair. It looks great. Donald's so tenacious and so tall and handsome and cool looking that maybe him not being the best physical athlete for the gig isn't a big deal. It just goes on and on. It's insane.
3/4 of the last paragraph is just talking about how much he loves Lucy.
Go for it. Would you start in on that, please, Matt?
Yes. Yes, I will.
Thank you.
I mentioned all this and how I had to talk about Lucy then, since it might have been the only shot I get, because I don't know if I'll ever get around to reviewing The Trouble with Spies. Oops, I mean Spies. But here I am, more than 6 months later, with Lucy, now watching it now, reviewing it now, loving every minute of it now. And I have to say, Lucy Gutteridge is so gorgeous. And again, I have no choice but to raise the notion that as to why isn't Lucy Gutteridge in more good movies? To speak, look at her. She's so seriously, deeply, super sweet and phenomenal and hot and awesome and cherished. Oh, my Lord. She's a gorgeous goddess. I love her and I want her and I need her and she's real. I'm sorry. I don't recall what this was about, but I just know that Lucy Gutteridge is like a grade A+ actress amongst the likes of Jennifer Connelly and a lesser Madeline Stowe. Fucking bitch. And Rita Hayworth or someone.
What the fuck?
Or someone, but nobody even knows about her all-time beauty. Really, or this movie, or too much, or anything like it. Lucy is, and I'm sick of it. I love Lucy Gutteridge. And it's not just her face either. It's her lean body, her awesome slim physique, and her overall body is just in general. She looks really athletic.
In 3 different ways.
And so quick-footed, scampering around in this. OMG, I swear to Lucy that you are so beautiful as women get, and I do not know why you're not in the movies, more movies yourself. You should be. It must be your decision, huh? Lucy's life choice. I love you, Lucy G. Lucy's an angel. I'm going to try to buy this on Blu-ray.
And tasering him in the neck.
If you have now ever, I don't even know if this is good. If this is on Blu-ray yet, I'm going to check right now because I love little Lucy Gutteridge so much. Thank you, Lucy. You're a movie icon, a vision of ecstasy, a delight, plus a real gem in mind condition. I love you, Lucy. Do more movies. I love Lucy's hair. TTWS is good. I love you, Lucy. You're so beautiful. Fuck, this guy needs to be on a watch
He
list.
did that earlier. He did.
Someone call the cops on this person. Contact Lucy.
Whatever happened to Lucy?
He came at the end of that paragraph.
He did.
Dude, I think he honestly did. He literally wrote, I forgot what I was originally talking about because Lucy's so hot.
He's just, I love you, Lucy.
It sounded like he was arguing with himself through that. This is such a bore fest that I love so much. Like saying like that. It's beyond insane.
In all of that I read, there was, I think, 2 periods.
There were not. Those were ellipses.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
This guy needs to be banned from IMDb ASAP.
T-Bills 2.
2 out of 6 people found this helpful.
Who are those people? Oh my god. One of them was me.
Oh my god. I gotta read this other guy's reviews.
Killed May 1994.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he murdered her. That's why she's not working anymore.
Oh, he reviews Wind Rider with Nicole Kidman. I'll let you guys take a guess what the review's about.
Is it about? I don't know. I've never seen Wind Rider.
Is it about how he one of his favorite features in a woman is being quick-footed?
And Nicole Kidman is a fresh breeze of love. She is so beautiful beyond belief in this movie, showing her breathtaking body off right. A young Nicole has fiery red hair blowing in the wind. I love Nicole Kidman. Okay, here's his review of Under Suspicion. Under Suspicion is an absolutely excellent nighttime suspense to watch in the wee hours of the night to get you through into morning. Monica Bellucci is gorgeous, showing a slight peek of her butt and nipples while getting dressed at the beginning.
Wait, what movie is this again?
Is this guy writing for Mr. Skin or something?
Yeah. This is his review of Dead Ant.
Oh,
Cameron Richardson is the only chick I know is so beautiful and blonde, and I've known since Rise. It would be nice if Cameron got naked or at least stripped down on this guy. This guy's a fucking sex predator.
Did someone get this guy a subscription?
Let's find out who he is.
What's going on?
On the road, it's the first sentence I read. It just says Kristen Stewart's tits.
I love this little hornball.
All this movie, it's just about the girls in a U-turn with J-Lo, Sandra Bullock, 11:45, Renee Zellweger.
Holy shit, man.
Jennifer Jason Leigh, Monica Conchita from Running Man. Everything is about the women in it.
Oh my god.
Look at this one is Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. Malin Ackerman has the sweetest boobies scene ever in the history of movies with Harold and Kumar and Freak Show.
Oh my god.
Oh no, not little children. He reviews little children.
Anyway, he gave The Trouble with Spies 5 stars out of 10.
That's better than it deserves.
Yeah, it is. But he was really into those boobies, man.
He loved the boobies, dude. For a PG movie? Oh my god, OMG.
Oh, well, okay. You're the best. You are the sweetest of the mind.
Oh yeah.
Also, when they went to that, they went through the trouble of going to that nude beach scene and then kind of did nothing with it. Like the only joke they got out of it was like he noticed that it was a nude beach and then got a little embarrassed and then went on with the scene. And that's it.
Yeah,
Nothing.
It would have been better if like the cop showed up and thought he was some sort of like pervert or something, and
they could have done something. They were at a new beach, work it in there, make a joke with it, but no, they just move on, and next thing you know, they're at a roller derby or something like that. It's bonkers. It's crazy.
Yeah,
his get up as like the Islander, like Ayabez guy is so funny.
Yeah,
with that long hair.
Did they ever reveal who that guy was at the end? Because he's wearing sort of a mask.
The original guy with the long hair?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Or was he?
He shows up at the end and he's in the house with all the all the MI6 guys or whatever, and then but it doesn't say who he is.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, that missing guy, he's right there."
Yeah.
What was that all about? Was he ever missing? I thought he was actually missing.
Dude, take it up with fucking Kennedy. What's his name? Burt Kennedy. Oh
Burt
wait,
Kennedy.
you can't.
Well, you can't because he's dead. And not only is he dead,
super dead,
but apparently there was some foul play along with his death.
4 minutes.
Oh, that's enough time to talk about it.
4 minutes. Okay.
We're gonna have to go into hour 2 of The Trouble with Spies.
Fuck you, dude. Sum it up.
I have so much more to say about this movie.
TED Talk.
The lighting,
Cut it out.
The sets are bad. Is this hotel open air? I can't tell. Like it looked like just overhead lighting.
I think they just have a
roof,
open courtyard or something.
Yeah.
Is it an open courtyard and there's supposed to be sunlight coming through? That was
Maybe
never.
T-Bills talks about it. Let me see his review.
T-Bills.
T-Bills too. Shout out to homie T-Bills too.
There were no boobies in it. Oh man. Yeah, but that the director, Burt Kennedy, he was mostly famous for doing a lot of westerns. Like he did westerns through like the 50s, 60s, 70s, like a shit ton of them.
Yeah.
One of the more famous ones, I think, being like I can't even think of them. You know what? I'm not really big into westerns, honestly.
Those Darn Engines with John Wayne.
Yes. No, but
shit.
He actually was
Comanche.
Under contract with John Wayne's production company for a while. Like that's how he started his career.
Yeah.
Doing John Wayne projects.
Oh, in 1987, he did The Alamo, 13 Days of Glory.
Yep.
Is this the one that? This is the one that.
His final director credit is the Hulk Hogan vehicle, Suburban Commando.
His most important work to date, I would say.
And so we will have another opportunity to talk about this fellow because Suburban Commando is on our Frank Welker list.
Fuck you. No, it's not, is it?
Oh, yes, it is, you son of a bitch. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
God, I hope T-Bills does a review of that for some reason.
We'll be talking about the movie Suburban Commando at some point. Maybe hour 200.
And oh my God, Hulk Hogan's tits, so great. Oh my God.
It's pretty. Shelley is so skinny and sexy.
And she'll light on her feet like a squirrel.
Fancy and footloose or something. Oh
so agile. Is she double jointed? Oh my God. I love her so much. That hair.
Mindly only.
T-Bills, whatever clinic you're at, man, I wish you best.
Whatever clinic. He's the only one person watching us on Twitch right now.
So guys, reviews of this movie? Ozzy?
Oh, it's terrible. It's horrible. Fucking horrible. It's frustrating because you could almost see like glints of a good movie here.
Yeah.
Like there are pieces where it's like, oh, this could be good, and then they just take it right into the dude. I'm not sure exactly. None of the jokes come off. You could see where they're trying to be funny, but maybe it's because I'm looking at fucking Donald Sutherland and I just don't find humor in that guy.
Yeah. Henry, the 35 seconds did you watch? Did you like it?
It's kind of mid.
Give or take.
Give or take. We got 30 seconds left here, though.
There were a couple like kind of funny moments, like when he's talking into his tape recorder about how everything seems to be going okay, but yet there's a scorpion being lowered onto his knee.
Yeah.
You can see, like,
it has the bones of a good movie. This is the problem with Hollywood. Remake movies that didn't do well at the beginning. Rework it so it works. You keep remaking movies that were already successful, you fucking
that's
idiots.
The timer. That's it. Got that soapbox. Here we go.
Yeah.
Or you could just watch Spies Like Us. It's a better movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. What spy comedy movie could you watch beside this? There are so many.
You guys aren't excited for the Naked Gun remake coming?
Actually, I think Liam Neeson could probably fucking kill it in that.
Is Neeson's playing?
Yep.
Really?
Oh,
yep. And if anybody doubts Liam Neeson comedic talent, look up the the show Life's Too Short, the outtakes.
Yes, with
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais. Is Warwick Davis? Is that the Warwick Davis?
Yeah, Warwick Davis. It's
did you hear about what happened with Warwick? Poor guy.
Yeah, his wife died.
Yeah, sorry, Warwick.
I didn't know that. That's
It's
terrible.
terrible.
A long time.
She was in her 50s.
Oh,
that sucks.
Well, those little guys, they're lucky.
Yeah, I know they got a lot of health issues.
That's tragic.
Yeah.
What a downer.
Yeah, way to.
Should I read some more T-Bills reviews?
Okay. Yeah, one more.
Podcast on that fucking guy. Oh man, this is nuts. Oh, but by the way, yeah, if we can't make it through the next 10 years to get to Suburban Commando, yeah, there was some shady shenanigans going on with the death of this guy. Burt Kennedy.
Oh wow.
And there's a little bit with his daughter talking on a radio show. You can watch that or listen to it rather on YouTube. And it's crazy. It's like the chief of police is involved, who's now I guess the chief of police of Beverly Hills currently. And even in the guy's office, he's got all the memorabilia that belonged to Burt Kennedy, in his office as police.
I got
There's some real shady shit going on.
Crazy shady shit. And they're saying it's all tied into Freemasons or something.
Oh wow.
It's a crazy story. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Okay, we're not going to come back to this next hour, so spilling over in after the hour a little bit, but
we're going to go into 2 hours with Yogi.
There's so much more to talk about around this movie besides the movie itself.
Yeah.
Other than how confusing it is. Oh, and it ends and it doesn't do anything to wrap anything together. Oh, and for some reason he and she end up together as a couple. Him and the woman who was willing to kill him through the whole movie.
But she didn't really want to. She doesn't like being a spy.
I guess, but whatever. Dude,
yeah, it's not worth talking about, dude.
The characters are bad. The writing is bad. The directing's bad. I think it was just a cheap way for all of these Hollywood people to take a island vacation on studio dime.
Yeah. They're Adam Sandlerling it.
It was a tax write-off or something.
Yeah, this is the old Adam Sandler move.
Yeah, that is the Sandler.
Go to Hawaii and make a movie there.
All right, guys.
All right.
Times. Anyone with those listening? Thanks for listening. Next week, what do we have to look forward to? I haven't even really looked ahead. I'm down now.
Yogi's Great Escape.
There you go.
Stuff.
Yeah, hearing that. What is it? Oh, Jellystone Park might be closing. Yogi Bear, Boo Boo, and 3 orphan cubs flee the forest, so they will not be put in a zoo.
There you have it.
Yikes.
Okay.
It features the voice of a young Screech.
Oh, really? Dustin Diamond, huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Then after that, we have the Nativity.
The Nativity.
Oh, no.
On Sunday of all days.
We're back to that Stories of the Bible series.
Oh, yeah. You bet your sweet bippy.
Been there.
This one has Matthew McConaughey, though. Jeffrey Tambor.
He plays Jesus.
Matthew McConaughey does?
I am the light in the way.
Okay.
All right, you fuckers.
Bye.
Good night.
Next time. Bye-bye. Gone. So long. Farewell.